Hey guys, Stephen Bogren here from Pro Physique. Today I want to talk about life goals versus stage goals. So hey guys, hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. Trying to get back onto that YouTube grind. Oh man. It's just a crazy week trying to get, back in last week, and lots of stuff going on, coming back from nationals. This week we got the Olympia coming up, so if you guys are going to be out at the Olympia, take a look for myself and old Polly. We'll be out and about. I know I will probably be bothering the people at the America Labs booth, hanging out over there doing some shit, just being easy to find, hopefully. But looking forward to a great weekend, getting to see about a lot of clients, a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Friends, co-workers, all that other good stuff at the Olympia. So really excited. Hopefully I'll see you guys out there. Come say hey. But today's question comes from Instagram. Comes from one of my clients. Oh, Kale. What's up? How you doing? And it's about how to balance. How do we balance fitness goals and life goals? And so that's kind of a tricky question, but let's try and tackle it and address it. So the best way that I can say is when your life and you kind of live the lifestyle, it's very easy. Or it's at least a lot easier. So it's never going to be easy to always want to track, to always pay attention, or to always like weigh in or go to the gym all the time. Motivation's always going to be like coming and going, and there's always going to be a lack. And so at some point it just has to come down to like, this is our discipline, this is our lifestyle, this is what we do, and it's kind of how we live our life. And if you want to maximize your progress, that's the way to do it. I think that when you have those things set up in your life, right, those habits, it becomes easier because it's just what you do. That's who you are, right? Like every morning I wake up, I make the same fucking breakfast pretty much. Some days maybe I'll replace it with like a protein shake if I'm in a rush or I don't want to, do something. But yeah, it's pretty fucking boring. I wake up, I feed the dog, I make myself breakfast, I sit down, I kind of have some me time, I have my coffee, I eat my breakfast. So I fucking spilled my breakfast all over the table today. So mad. And then I get going about my day typically, right? But I mean, nutritionally, it's the same thing over and over. I know exactly what I'm doing. And it's boring. It's really fucking boring. But I maintain weight pretty well for the most part, right? And then, like, what other kind of food options? Well, I don't eat out a lot, right? Okay, so that's another thing that I do. Like, that's how I make it work. So yeah, I'd probably go out on like maybe a date here and there, and whatever. Or I'll go out to eat when we're out of town, or like with a friend, or I took my mom out for her birthday this week. Those kind of things, special occasions. But I'm still very cognizant and aware. I'm not like trying to necessarily eat like an asshole all the time. And if I go a little bit overboard, I typically will say, okay, well, I need to take away from the rest of the day, and I need to be smart and understand that I need to manage my macros for the day still. And so for me, it's so ingrained in my lifestyle that it's very easy to like have that balance of still making progress but still getting to live my life and do the things that I want to do, because a lot of the things that I want to do like are kind of associated with the fitness things, right? I want to stay in good shape, I want to stay healthy, I want to be able to be active. Sometimes I want to go on a bike ride, I want to power lift, I want to do jiu-jitsu. You know what? So a lot of my interests are with that, like the fitnessy shit. Sorry, that's just the truth of the matter, and that's probably why I'm able to stay, at a fairly decent body composition and do the things that I want to do. Now, if my interests are going out and drinking and partying, if it's going out to eat all the time and being a foodie for the calorie-dense foods and trying all that stuff, well, maybe that doesn't line up quite as well. Maybe we have a little bit of a clash of interests here, right? And that's when we have to decide, well, what's more important to us, right? And it's not that you can't be a foodie and you can't do those things and still like do them in moderation. I think drinking, definitely if you're drinking a lot, that one's going to pretty much fuck some shit up in terms of like your fitness goals for your life goals. But you have to decide what's important to you. you have to figure out what the main thing is, and then keep the main thing being the main thing. So for me, this is my lifestyle right now. This is my main thing. My main thing is coaching. It's trying to set a good example for the people that are following me, who are trusting me with their processes, and you know, allowing me to be a part of their lives and something that's important to them. That's the main thing for me right now. So it's not difficult for me to make decisions that support that, because that's always the main thing. That's at the forefront of my mind. And so I think a lot of times what happens is we like the idea of competing. We like the idea of being fit and, you know, glamming up or doing whatever it is. But we also like a lot of other ideas. And so we're stuck in this weird middle ground of trying to figure out, well, what's most important to us, what's most important to us at the moment, like, and all those other kind of crazy things. And so when we're talking about life goals versus fitness goals, just the regular daily mundane stuff has a really big impact, and probably one of the biggest impacts, right? Now, I know your question is a little bit different than this in terms of exactly what you're talking about, but big picture, figuring out what the main thing is and living a life that, you know, supports that, right? Once you get married, are you living a life that supports making that marriage work? When you're in a profession, are you living a life in your work profession that's supporting that you're, you know, getting better, making more money, making progress, whatever the fucking case it is for you? I don't know what dictates financial success, like work success. I guess it's finances, right? Okay. But are we doing the things that support what we say is important? Now, there are definitely going to be some things that are going to be big changes, right? And so, like, maybe we want to start a family. Okay. That is a big one. And if you're a female, it's going to impact the process. There is, unless you are having someone else carry your baby, it's going to impact the process, right? It just is. Should fitness still be a concern? Do you still want to, you know, exercise and stuff? Yeah, absolutely. You can still exercise when you're pregnant. Lots of great research out there that it can be good for you. Is that maybe going to need to change in terms of what you do? Yeah, probably. It probably damn sure is. Does that mean that, you know, you might not make the progress that you want to make, or you might, you know, have to do some different things and switch stuff up? Yep, absolutely. But again, what is the main thing? If the main thing is starting a family, and the main thing is having that be a part of your life, well, fitness is going to have to fall by the wayside a little bit, because we want to keep it there. We want to keep you healthy. We want to keep you happy. But that baby being healthy and happy is going to be probably the most important thing, at least in my opinion, right? So it's one of those things, like, we don't necessarily want to try and stay super shredded all the time, right? There is an appropriate amount of weight to gain during pregnancy based, and that's something that you can discuss with your doctor. However, like, we want to make sure that that baby comes out as healthy as possible, right? All things considered. We want to do everything so that we're making sure that we're taking care of that growing little life. So, that has to be the main thing. You know, it's probably going to be difficult post-birth to get into the gym. You're going to be on bed rest for a little while anyways. You're not going to be exercising for a bit. But, you know, newborns and babies, they require a lot of attention and time and care. It's going to have to be the main thing. So I think that trying to make your life goals and fitness goals mesh, it's really good in theory, right? But there's always going to be things in life that can take precedence over that. And I think that that's fine. I think quite often we're like, oh man, fitness has to be number one, like, in it to win it, no pain, no gain, grind every day, fucking motherfucking shit, bah, hardcore life, fuck that. Dude, it's like, who cares? Like, being hardcore in the gym, great, we get to lift weights. We get to do something that we enjoy and we love doing. That doesn't make us hardcore, right? It just makes us normal people that are pursuing things that are, like, we're passionate about or important to us. It doesn't mean that it's the only thing that we're passionate about. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the one only thing that we're passionate about more than anything else for the rest of our lives. There should probably be other things that we care more about than fitness, right? Than our own fitness goal and journey, and in particular competing. So, balance, think about it like a teeter-totter. Sometimes one thing's going to take precedence, another times another one's going to take precedence. And we have to make sure that we're balancing that as best possible, to make sure that we're doing the right things to keep the important people in our lives around us, to make sure that we're making people better, we're doing the right things to support others, and all those other kind of wonderful fun things. So balance, I don't know how much I believe in it. I think the better option is to keep the main thing being the main thing, right? If something's a number 2, keep it being a number 2. That's okay. Fitness can be a number 2 for a while. It can be a number 3 for a while. It can be a number 4 for a while, for fuck's sake, right? We just want to be honest with ourselves, objective with ourselves, know where we stand and where that stands with us. So that's it. That's all I've got today, guys. Hopefully that helps a little bit. But I'm out.